What if the very thing that gives you purpose becomes your prison? What if your mind, your emotions, your desires turn into an obsession? Welcome to this exploration of mental health and obsession. In our journey to understand the human condition, we often forget the intricacies of our own minds, the delicate symphony of neurons and synapses that create our thoughts, feelings, and obsessions. It's a complex world within each of us, a labyrinth of emotions and desires that can sometimes lead us down intriguing yet challenging paths. Consider the concept of obsession. It's a powerful force that can shape our actions, mold our personalities, and in some cases dominate our lives. We all have obsessions to some degree. You might be obsessed with your work, a hobby, a person, or even an idea. But when does this obsession start to impact our mental health? When does it cross the line from a passionate pursuit to a dangerous fixation? Throughout this video, we will delve into the labyrinth of the human mind, exploring the fine line between passion and obsession, and the profound impact it can have on our mental health. We'll explore how obsession can stem from our need for love and belonging, and how it can sometimes lead us astray. We'll journey through real-life case studies, shedding light on the fascinating, yet occasionally frightening, world of obsession. We'll explore how these obsessions form, how they impact our lives, and how they can lead to serious mental health issues if left unchecked. The mind is a beautiful mystery, a puzzle that we're all trying to solve. It's a place of dreams and desires, fears and obsessions. It's the engine that drives us, the compass that guides us, and sometimes the prison that confines us. As we embark on this exploration, remember, the mind is a delicate balance. It's a dance between sanity and obsession, between passion and fixation. Understanding this balance, this dance, is crucial to understanding ourselves and our mental health. So buckle up as we dive deep into the human psyche and unravel the mysteries of obsession. Obsession, a term often tossed around casually, carries a much more profound and sometimes dangerous meaning. In the realm of psychology, obsession is defined as a persistent, intrusive thought, idea, or image that an individual cannot control. It's like a song stuck on repeat in your mind, refusing to fade away, no matter how much you wish it would. But it's essential to note that not all obsessions are harmful. There's a significant difference between a healthy passion and an unhealthy obsession. Imagine your favorite hobby. Perhaps it's painting, dancing, or even birdwatching. You love doing it, you think about it often, and it brings you joy. That's a healthy passion. It's something that enhances your life, provides you with pleasure, and doesn't interfere with your daily activities or responsibilities. Now take that same hobby and imagine that it's all you can think about. It starts to encroach on your everyday life. You're neglecting responsibilities, relationships, and even your health to pursue it. It's no longer a source of joy, but rather a compulsion that you can't seem to shake. That's when a healthy passion becomes an unhealthy obsession. Obsessions can impact our mental health in a myriad of ways. They can cause distress, anxiety, and even depression. They can disrupt our daily lives, strain our relationships, and interfere with our ability to function in our roles at work, school, or home. In more severe cases, obsessions can lead to disorders like obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, body dysmorphic disorder, BDD, and even eating disorders. But why does this happen? Well, our brains are wired for survival. They're designed to focus on things that matter to us, whether it's a potential threat or something we deeply desire. But sometimes this focus can become too intense, too narrow. Our brains get stuck in a loop, fixated on that one thing to the point where it becomes an obsession. As we will see in our upcoming case studies, obsession can lead people down a path they never intended to tread. Love, an emotion so profound, so beautiful, can sometimes morph into a debilitating obsession. Picture this. You meet someone, sparks fly, and before you know it, you're head over heels. You think about them constantly. Your heart races at the mere mention of their name, and every single moment spent with them feels like a dream. This is love, right? But what happens when this affection crosses the line into obsession? Let's take a look at the case of Jane, a vibrant woman in her late 20s. Jane fell in love with her partner, and their relationship blossomed. However, Over time, Jane's love for her partner started to transform into an obsession. She began to monitor his every move, constantly fretting over his whereabouts, and her thoughts were consumed by him. Jane's obsession was not born of mistrust or jealousy, but rather an intense desire to keep her loved one close. It was as if her love for him had become a vital organ, one she couldn't live without. This obsession started to impact Jane's life significantly. Her work suffered, her friendships faded, and her own identity seemed to dissolve into the shadows of her obsession. Jane's mental health took a hit as she grappled with anxiety, depression, and a constant state of worry and fear. From a psychological standpoint, Jane's case is a classic example of how love can transform into an obsession if not kept in check. Her brain was caught in a loop of constant worry and fear for her partner. She was stuck in a cycle of obsession, which ultimately led to distress and anxiety. This is a stark reminder of how even the most beautiful of emotions, love, can morph into something destructive when taken to the extreme. It's essential to maintain a balance and ensure that our love for someone doesn't overshadow our own identity or mental well-being. As we can see, even love, in its extreme form, can become a cage rather than a liberating feeling. Human beings are social creatures. The desire to belong, to be part of a group, is innate. But what happens when this desire becomes an obsession? Consider for a moment a man named John. John was an average, everyday individual, but he had an overwhelming desire to belong to an elite group. This desire grew into an obsession, consuming his every thought, every action. He sacrificed sleep, relationships, and even his health to gain acceptance into this group. John's desire to belong wasn't inherently harmful. After all, it's natural for us to seek acceptance in community. But when this desire morphed into an obsession, it became a destructive force in his life. His obsession led him down a path of self-destruction, causing him to neglect his physical and mental well-being in the pursuit of acceptance. John's story isn't unique. Many of us harbor a deep-seated need to belong, to fit into a particular group or social circle. However, when this need turns into an obsession, it can wreak havoc on our mental health. Obsessions like the one John experienced can lead to a range of mental health issues, including anxiety, depression, and even personality disorders. The constant worry about fitting in, the fear of rejection, and the stress of maintaining a facade can take a heavy toll on our mental health. Moreover, the lengths to which some people go to fit in can be dangerous. In the case of John, he was willing to sacrifice his health and personal relationships, potentially leading him to isolation and severe health issues. The need to belong is a fundamental human emotion. It's what drives us to form relationships, build communities, and create societies. But when this need becomes an obsession, it can be a slippery slope into self-destruction. The story of John serves as a stark reminder of the potential dangers of such obsessions. It's a cautionary tale that underscores the importance of balance and self-awareness in our quest for acceptance and belonging. This case study illustrates how the obsession to belong can lead to unthinkable actions and severe mental health issues. As we've seen, obsession can take many forms and can severely impact mental health. But where do we draw the line between passion and obsession? It's a question that's as complex as the human mind itself. Passion is a powerful force, driving us to achieve, to create, to love. It fuels our dreams, ignites our spirits, and gives our lives purpose. But when does this passion morph into obsession? When does this driving force become a destructive cyclone, stripping away our peace and stability? In essence, passion is a positive, productive energy that propels us towards our goals, while obsession is a consuming, uncontrolled force that pulls us away from our true selves. Passion inspires, obsession obsesses. Passion is flexible, obsession is rigid. Passion gives life a vibrant color, obsession paints it in shades of black and white. Remember, it's okay to love with all your heart, to strive for greatness, to seek belonging. But when these desires become your only focus, when they consume your every thought and dictate your every action, it's time to step back and reassess. Maintaining a balance between passion and obsession isn't easy, but it's crucial for mental health. Practice mindfulness. Stay aware of your thoughts and feelings. Don't let your desires control you. Instead, harness them, Channel them into productive pursuits, and never be afraid to seek help. If you're struggling with obsessive thoughts or behaviors, reach out to a mental health professional. They can provide you with the tools and strategies you need to regain control of your mind and your life. Remember, the mind is a beautiful servant, but a dangerous master. Keep it in check, and it will lead you to wonders. Let it run wild, and it might lead you to destruction. It's all about balance, about understanding the difference between healthy passion and harmful obsession. Because in the end, your mind, your thoughts, and your desires are yours to command.